Next article we got is the Microsoft cleverly shows why it's hard to beat Zoom. And this kind of talks about the same idea of once you have a market share, once you have a mind share, it don't really matter. Microsoft has been around for years. Everybody knows about Microsoft Office, as we talked about. They know about Windows, but they never seen Microsoft as a video conferencing company. Nobody ever saw them as video conference. Even when they bought Skype, nobody saw them as a video conferencing company. They had Skype sitting right there, ready for the pandemic. Like, yo, we here and available for you. And nobody saw them. Nobody was. when Microsoft didn't buy Skype, Skype was the biggest thing out. It was like, oh shit, Skype, you got Skype. Video chat. Right. Microsoft bought them, then nobody ever heard of them. Pandemic come right there waiting, ain't nobody use them. What they use? Zoom. I want to Zoom. And like all it really was for one, it was free. It was a free conferencing platform. I mean, and it hit people in the funny bone. I mean, it hit people in their fun spot. Like Zoom didn't feel like it was the work tool. Yeah, I mean, it hit them like people had fun with Zoom. I mean, Zoom was that thing for like the small groups to video chat. I mean, it was like before, like, Slack didn't have a video component. Discord didn't have video chat. So
Discord had their game. By the way, I thought of it like their client base or like their users more so the gaming community, right?
And they're trying to get into a Slack world, but they originally come from gaming, PC gaming. But that was the thing. Like they focused on chat rooms, and this was like a video chat room, and that was different for them. And Zoom, because it was just free, easy to access in a time of need, you just download it and go. People took Zoom.
I think what it is that, in my humble but honest opinion, is this Zoom is just a better app. That's what it is. Like if you wanted to compare this, although they got, they may be backed by Microsoft, but I just feel like because this is interesting. The job I'm at now, we're kind of forced to use Skype, which I find it's like a daunting task for me. I'm like, how do I go from Teams to Skype? It doesn't make any. But now that we gotta use Skype, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, Skype, the design of Skype, it almost seems like it's the Skype's design and like its capabilities is outdated, right? Whereas though with Zoom, just the design and like the accessibility of it seems that it's just better than Skype, as well as the other facets of Zoom that they capitalize on the Skype just doesn't have. So it's like, at the end of the day, y'all may be backed by, that's like one of the the better players going to like being drafted by a company. Well, I said a company drafted by a team that's known to do good things, but their basketball team ain't really that good, right? Now, at least, right? They going to maybe the Bucks may have been known for something in the past, but they've been trash at least in this part for the past couple of years. So they get this new guy coming from college, and they expect everything to be different, and it's like, nah, you still got more work to do to get to this point. Like, you got to build other stuff around, whereas those Zoom, they already was the 17 Golden State, they already got it. You know what I mean? They got the team and play, they built it, from the ground up. Everybody loves it. Yeah.
Part of it was the fact that they not as busy as Microsoft. Like they had a core team, their core product is Zoom. That's what they here for. They here to help you with video chat. Microsoft got all these other platforms, all this other software. They got the cloud and all this stuff. Microsoft Teams is just a side project, and it became important because of the pandemic. Right. They were like, oh shit, we was just going to come out with this as like a little side thing, but now we need to push it. We need to really get this thing going. So they late to getting it going, whereas Zoom was like, this is what we want to do. This is the thing that we focused on.
Right.
And it was like, it's one of those concepts of putting too many eggs in too many, they have this saying of don't put all your eggs in one basket, but that sometimes isn't the perfect saying, because sometimes if you put all your eggs in one basket, you might actually win.
That's always been the sketchy thing to me. Like, don't put your eggs in one basket. It's like
cliche terms. I got a whole thing about cliches.
Like, you want to go all in, and when it comes to this,
and in this case, they went all in, and they came out. They came out shining. And people don't even say video chatting; they say they zooming. They don't care what you're using.
Get on Zoom. They don't like start a video.
People know about Skype. People remember Skype. They don't care right now. They'll call Skype Zoom. They're like, you doing a Zoom right now? They don't say a call. They don't say a video chat. They say a Zoom. What the hell is a Zoom? It's what they knew. It's a brand. It's marketing.
It's the same thing as what the hell is a Xerox?
Exactly.
That's where Zoom. Exactly. That's how Zoom has positioned themselves. Is that when it comes, because they are pretty much the one who capitalized on this, right? Because they went all in. Now they are the industry leader. Just as much as we don't say we're going to go Google search something. We're just going to Google it, right? That's what right. All because of what they're known for. Whereas though Skype, I think, like you said, they spread themselves, or at least Skype and its affiliates, right? Cause I know they with Microsoft now, and but they spread themselves into, they try to do all these different type of things. They try to do some gaming or something like this. Just don't listen, man. Like you got to focus on. First off, like I said, Skype is just we have to accept that certain things have run its course, right? Just if you look at the design of Skype and how like the things are laid out, it's outdated. It's not something that is current. Like the design team of it, you can tell it was designed at a time where that stuff was new. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm able to see, and select who it is I want to talk to. Is like, all right, that's that was cool back then, but we in 2020, 2021. You know what I mean? So what's up? I mean, you still you still have the same layout. That's ain't like nothing changed, and that's the reason why I feel like it eventually, Microsoft picked it up and they used it for Teams because they get it. At least to some degree, Microsoft, the industry leaders, doing our studying to say that Skype is in its form and by itself, it's just not sufficient. But still Zoom is on again. They went all in. They put all the eggs and more. They put the golden eggs, all that stuff in that one basket, and then it's like everybody want that basket now.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, things like FaceTime and Google with their Duo for video calls and stuff. That's people still use that here and there, but and they're easier in a lot of cases. A lot of it is an easy use thing, whereas Zoom still kind of feels like a video conferencing software compared to like a video call. Yeah, I mean, where somebody just call you up and say, "Hey, what you doing?" But they're doing it in video format. But it don't matter. It don't matter. It's still the concept of Zooming is tightly integrated with being a video call with somebody, no matter what. And that's how it's going to be, at least for maybe another 2-3 years. All the different video chat providers are going to find ways to push Zoom down and try to put themselves on top. Yeah. Eventually, if Zoom doesn't get bought out by somebody, then it'll be what it is. But until then, it's a Zoom call.
So it is.
It's a Zoom call.
Back then, it's almost like that same feel. If you think about back in the day, like there was other things that may have been like, for instance, with Zoom, other video conferencing software that may have been, developed that was kind of like, it is what it is. But it's that same feeling of like when Nintendo first came out, right? You had the Atari, ColecoVision, and then Nintendo just came in with the content. They had the advertising. Right. It's it's new, all that stuff like that. And now it's like, like you said, other things have come out, subsequent things have come out before that may have it, have its more dominance in the industry, right? May be more prominent, but Nintendo is still there. And I just feel like that's where Zoom is going to be. It's like at the end of the day, there may be something to come out. They have the video conferencing with some AR in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Zoom is still going to be, because of just the level of consistency they laid out, it's going to be what it's going to be.
Yep. I say that. That's still going on for like another 10 years. People still calling it Zoom calls.
Right.
Yeah.